I love the joy of missing out. I personally don't experience FOMO too much, at least not in social settings. I'm very fond of my couch. I don't usually feel like I'm missing out on parties and fun stuff, although I do experience it in a work professional setting, which ties into my overachieverness. So I kind of separate out the concept of FOMO for different readers in a social and work setting. But for me, it's like, if you don't want to do something, like you don't want to go to a party, um, but you're afraid that you're going to miss out on something fun at the party, well, which feeling is stronger? And if the feeling of not wanting to go is stronger, then listen to it and don't go. And if you regret it later, then you can change your mind the next time. But I don't see any point in torturing yourself with this fear of missing out, and preventing yourself from enjoying the nice quiet night in that you theoretically preferred.
I've got this theory that JOMO is more important than ever before because there's just so many demands on our time and we're all so time strapped. It must be worse than ever because of the way that our work intrudes into our lives, and we're so busy and we've got so many social options. It really is important to switch off, do nothing, do less, and let the world plow on regardless.
Because it will. I mean, it's going to go on regardless of whether you're tuned into it or not. And, one of the biggest, central concepts behind all of my books is the idea of your fuck budget, which is your time, energy, and money. And you spend those things, according to what happiness you reap from them. And so I think that if people started thinking about their time and energy as thoughtfully as they often have regarded their actual money and their actual budget, then you would start to see exactly what you're talking about, how valuable that time is, and how, it makes more sense to reserve some of it just for us, whether it's for enjoyment, for doing something fun, or for not doing anything at all and just recharging.
The joy of missing out, you live in the Dominican Republic now. And that's a whole different level of missing out because it's probably quite a different pace of life there.
It is a wildly different pace of life, certainly from New York City, which is where I was for the 15 years before I moved to the DR. So yeah, it's pretty much a 180-degree turn.
Yeah, what's your life like now then?
Well, it's very relaxed. It's muy tranquilo, as we say here. But it also means that you can't have everything that you want at every time of the night or day like you could in New York City. So, you have to know what's open, when places are open, when certain proprietors are on vacation and you won't be able to get what you need. So you have to go now because they won't have it for 2 weeks. There's a lot of sort of planning involved in this lifestyle. But then also there are just kind of hilarious situations like this past weekend, there were supposed to be national elections. And so everything was shut down. No bars and restaurants could sell alcohol. No grocery stores could sell alcohol from Saturday morning at 6 a.m. through Monday morning at 6 a.m. And the elections were supposed to be held on Sunday. And everybody battened down the hatches, and we all went to the grocery store a couple of days ahead of time. And all the poor tourists who were in town, because it's a holiday in America, so there were a lot of American tourists in town, didn't know what to do with themselves. Traffic was crazy. And about noon on Sunday, they actually called off the elections because of some computer glitch in the voting system. So, you make all of these plans to work around the ridiculousness of this country and how it prepares for mass events like an election, and then they just cancel it midday anyway. So there were people taking pictures of the tape being cut off of all of the liquor shelves at the grocery store on Sunday afternoon, and we were back in business.
You were back, thank goodness. I presume you'd stocked up for the weekend though, just in case.
Yeah, we were all set in that household. We don't go too far without a bottle of Prosecco